Brethren, students, welcome back to class. Are you there? Anybody hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I do hope all of you understand that this is not our making. And you know, the devil is a liar. Anything good, he will always attack it. And we must not be naive to think that the devil does not have an idea of the quality of life God is generating through this Bible study and Bible club. All right, let us pick it up. I want to say thanks for those of you that have started reading from chapter 12. You know, one of the things that this is doing for us, I do believe you are all hearing me, is that you see many of those words, these Hebrew words, some of them are Greek words, especially the names, they are so tongue twisting that it requires somebody with resilience to be reading these foreign names without being bored. It's very boring, and before you finish one chapter you'll be sleeping. But when you have someone who, like the professionals who are reading this thing for us, by their reading it with us, it makes it easier for us to go through. For example, many of you here will not, even myself, I'm gonna be honest to you, there are some of these names here I will have to slow down very well to pronounce them. And even pronouncing them, I don't know what those names mean, except I have to take my Bible dictionary, because I have Bible dictionary, I have Bible name dictionary, different kinds of dictionary, which helps a person like me to know what does this thing mean. Like for example, now in this chapter 11, if you look at that chapter 11, when you look at let's say for example you look at verse 20, or even verse 19, it says, which bear him children, Jeush and Shamariah and Zaham, and after her he took Makan, the daughter of Absalom, which bare him Abijah and Attai and Ziza and Shelomith. Now, all of those things, if you are not a determined Bible reader and a determined person to say, I'm going to go through. Again, the other issue is that you are reading this thing, you couldn't connect to the name. The names don't make any sense to you. It takes discipline. And that's why some people cannot read the whole Bible on their own. They need help. Please, I don't know who is opening the microphone. Please, let us have discipline. Don't open your microphone. Caroline Wushop, or what's your name? Kindly close your microphone. Please do not open your microphone until all we ask you to do, or you want to ask me a question at the end of the program, please. Thank you very much. So I'm just explaining to you, sometimes there are persons, they will tell you it's not easy to read the whole Bible. It's not easy to read the Bible. That's why I know that. And that's why I'm saying let us read together with the help of the instruments. And then I will also use this opportunity to say once again, I want everybody in this Bible Readers Club to have MP4. Look at it, as small as it is in my hand. MP4 or MP3. This small instrument will have the whole Bible. The whole Bible from Genesis to Revelation. You can record the Jamaican Bible inside it. You can record over 200 different worship song, hymn song. Like sometimes I want to sleep, and before I sleep, I listen to instrumentals. There's no word, but just string instrumentals from either string instruments or clarinets and all of those instruments. they make you to, sleep with some dream. So this is why we are doing what we are. There are some persons who don't know why we are doing what we are doing, but I know that those of you who have the discipline and you endeavor as much as possible to hook into this thing, it's a matter of few years time you'll be looking back, say, thank God I discipline myself to be in the Bible Readers Club. Right now I can teach other people how to grow their faith, because my ultimate goal, as I feel impressed upon me by the Lord, is to teach those of you who are here. In a matter of a year, 2, 3, 4 years, you might find yourself in a situation where you are teaching the people in your church. Initially, you maybe only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persons. They may not be more than the 5, and you begin to teach them. You begin to teach them. From 5, they become 10. From 10, they become 20. 20 become 40. 40 becomes whatever, and you would have left an everlasting legacy in the life of those persons. Believe me, you would have made an eternal investment in their life. So I want to encourage every one of us who are here. It's easy to run. Some persons, they can't manage Chronicles. They can't manage. Even when we go to the book of Leviticus, you hear all those, the rituals of the Jews. Many of us can't manage it if you don't have somebody to pilot you. Okay, welcome back. Let's now go to chapter 12, and let's spend about 15 minutes or 20 minutes more, and then we'll now go to commentary from the book of Romans. But whatever be the case, I assure you, we will finish at 10 o'clock. Only 2 hours. Can you imagine 2 hours in a whole week to read Bible together as a corporate body? You read Bible on your own, I read Bible, and I know there are some of you also. The daily manna that I sent to you have been very helpful. I'm getting some good comments. In fact, one of our sister sent something to me this afternoon, Sister Lee. I don't know whether she's in the class. He said, Pastor Odih, I did not get my daily manna today. You want me to starve to death? That's the language he used. I can read it from the WhatsApp. He said, Pastor Odih, I need my daily manna. I don't want to starve to death. Send my daily. I didn't get, maybe other people got it. And it could be an oversight. And then again, some of you don't check up your WhatsApp group when you were in the school. The only people that we may give a special preference are those who are not part of the school. So we have to specially send to them. And if your name is not in there, then call the number 447-2513 and tell Brother Anderson to put your name on the Bible Readers Club, so that when we send the daily manna, you will eventually get it. But always check it up every day. It's so rich. It will enrich your life. You either use it in the morning, use it in the afternoon, or use it in the evening, but you need personal relationship to grow. I cannot do without these things. They are the life wire of my life. Without it, I can't do. Back to the Bible. Chapter 12. Let's go.
2 Chronicles 11.
Oh no.
And when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem,
no,
he gathered of the house of Judah and Benjamin 184,000 chosen men, which were warriors, to fight against Israel, that he might bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam. But the word of the Lord came to Shemaiah, the man of God, saying, Speak unto Rehoboam the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and to all Israel and Judah and Benjamin, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Ye shall not go up, nor fight against your brethren. Return every man to his house, for this thing is done of me. And they obeyed the words of the Lord, and returned from going against Jeroboam. And Rehoboam dwelt in Jerusalem and built cities for defense in Judah. He built even Bethlehem and Etam and Tekoa, and Beth-zur, and Shekoh, and Adullam, and Gath, and Maresha, and Ziph, and Adoraim, and Lachish, and Azekah, and Zorah, and Ahijalon, and Hebron, which are in Judah, and in Benjamin fenced cities. And he fortified the strongholds, and put captains in them, and store of victual, and of oil and wine. And in every several city he put shields and spears, and made them exceeding strong, having Judah and Benjamin on his side. And the priests and the Levites that were in all Israel resorted to him out of all their coasts. For the Levites left their suburbs and their possession, and came to Judah and Jerusalem. But Jeroboam and his sons had cast them off from executing the priest's office unto the Lord. And he ordained him priests for the high places, and for the devils, and for the calves which he had made. And after them out of all the tribes of Israel, such as set their hearts to seek the Lord God of Israel, came to Jerusalem to sacrifice unto the Lord God of their fathers. So they strengthened the kingdom of Judah, and made Rehoboam the son of Solomon strong 3 years. For 3 years they walked in the way of David and Solomon. And Rehoboam took him Mahalath the daughter of Jeremoth the son of David to wife, and Abihail the daughter of Eliab the son of Jesse, which bare him children, Jeush, and Shamariah, and Zaham. And after her he took Maacah the daughter of Absalom, which bare him Abijah, and Attai, and Ziza, and Shelemith. And Rehoboam loved Maacah, the daughter of Absalom, above all his wives and his concubines. For he took 18 wives, and 60 concubines, and begat 28 sons, and 60 daughters. And Rehoboam made Abijah, the son of Maacah the chief, to be ruler among his brethren, for he thought to make him king. And he dealt wisely, and dispersed of all his children throughout all the countries of Judah and Benjamin unto every fenced city. And he gave them victual in abundance, and he desired many wives. 2 Chronicles 11. And when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he gathered of the house of Judah and Benjamin 180,000 chosen men, which were warriors, to fight against Israel, that he might bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam. But the word of the Lord came to Shemaiah the man of God, saying, Speak unto Rehoboam the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and to all Israel and Judah and Benjamin, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Ye shall not go up, nor fight against your brethren. Return every man to his house, for this thing is done of me. And they obeyed the words of the Lord, and returned from going against Jeroboam. And Rehoboam dwelt in Jerusalem, and built cities for defense in Judah. He built even Bethlehem, and Etam, and Tekoa, and Beth-zur, and Shekoh, and Adullam, and Gath, and Maresha, and Ziph, and Adoraim, and Lachish, and Azekah, and Zorah, and Ahijalon, and Hebron, which are in Judah, and in Benjamin fenced
brethren,
cities.
I'm going to stop this Bible reading today, so we're going to commentary for now.
And of oil and wine.
It seems we are not
every several city,
we are not getting
shields and spears,
what
and
we
made them
want.
exceeding strong, having Judah and Benjamin on his side.
Are you there with me, everybody?
Yes, Pastor Odih.
Today is very funny, isn't it? Okay, let's still work with whatever we can. Let's work with whatever we can. We will move away from, let me see, chapter 12. Can somebody mention something, having read from chapter 9 to chapter 11? What can you put finger on as a lesson we could learn from some of the things that are there? Anyone speaking? You have just 2 minutes. Let me have some few sentiments from the class. But because they are very, very important things there, you can quickly glance through it. Chapter 9, chapter 10, chapter 11. We couldn't cross over to 12 because the system. What are some of the lessons, especially with the case of Jeroboam, who was brought from exile? Jeroboam was a servant to Solomon. Rehoboam was a son to Solomon. Are there some lessons we could learn from what happened to Jeroboam, Rehoboam? In fact, backtrack a little bit to Solomon himself. So, comments from anybody. All I want you to do is, first of all, raise your hand so I can see you and call you, so that we can be more orderly, because this is being recorded. Any observation, a lesson we could learn from this? Because in chapter 9, we are told about the Queen of Sheba. Look at it, the first line in chapter 9. And when the Queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon, she came to prove Solomon. What are some of the lessons we learned from that visitation of the Queen of Sheba? She came all the way from Africa to come and prove Solomon. And what was the discovery? Are there some lessons we could learn from that visit? Are there some lessons we could also learn from the response of Solomon to Queen Sheba? Are there lessons we can learn also from the life of Solomon, who ruled and reigned over Israel for 40 years? That's what the last verse tells us. Look at it in the last verse, verse 30 and 31. And Solomon reigned in Jerusalem over all Israel 40 years. And Solomon slept with his fathers and was buried in the city of David. And Rehoboam, his son, reigned in his stead. A lot we could learn from that chapter 9. And then from chapter 10, and Rehoboam went to Shechem, and on and on. Let me hear from someone in the class, if you have been following the reading. Someone make comments now.